hey, there's another one of those weapons.
Yeah, I don't like it. Aiming it is miserable.
They just wanted you to have a shooter segment.
Oh. These developers are great. But I'm real glad that they didn't get to the point where they had to make a Strife game. Because,
Well, Strife is the pistolier character.
Yeah.
At least in the art.
Or if they were to make a Strife game, I don't think it would have worked well as a, I don't think it would have worked well as a third-person shooter. Like, they would have had to make it some kind of... I guess it would have worked as an action... Okay, this is working, but I need my health back. There we go. I think it would work well if he was effectively doing very similar stuff to this, but he had, like, mid to long-range attacks.
Well...
I can't aim. I really can't aim. It's awful. He's right there. Thank you. This is why
they're also fast zombies.
Yeah, it's true.
That was in slow-mo, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, they do that whenever, like, something dies in a special manner. Ah! 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 Look at how fast I can turn! Like, it's a problem.
Now, what's that up ahead?
I don't know. That?
Oh, probably another angel.
It might be.
Or a power source, or something. Some corruption.
Let's see. Oh, okay, I can dodge with this thing. Oh.
Oh, you can also shoot the ground?
Yeah, so that's an option. Do we have a triangle? Nope, we don't have a triangle. I have no idea where I'm going.
Well, why weren't you gonna investigate what that big glowing spot on the wall was?
I want to kill all the zombies. Before they come and bite me in the bum. Because it's really convenient. Trying to...
Oh, dead end.
I will admit, I would love to see these guys make like a Doom game. That would be cool. Let's see, is there FPS loss? I think there's a little bit, yeah. This is also on the PS4, which we've like had some issues. Is there a charge shot?
But wasn't it that you couldn't even film the PC version of it?
Yeah, I straight up couldn't film the PC version at all. Oh, I was already dead. Or near death. Alright, well that makes it easier.
Oh, hey. Treasure chests are on the left. Oh,
he's dead. Nope.
Don't.
Dang it! Dang it, death!
You have to run all the way back, unless there was a spot to climb up.
I don't think so. They didn't really add platforming
up there?
spots to this.
No.
So because this is like third-person shooter mode, the level design got
It was switched around specifically to accommodate for shooter business.
So you don't lose the gun. Yeah, I could record the PC version, but effectively, whenever I was talking to any NPC, the frame rate would drop considerably. It was very strange. But...
Do you think it was just... It wasn't sufficiently optimized?
It was probably Ryzen. It probably straight up was... Well, yeah, because this was made before...
before it existed.
Yeah, before Ryzen's even existed, Ryzen architecture. I cannot. And was made pretty much, I think, exclusively for Intel. Because this is made in that sweet spot between AMD kind of rising and falling. Oh, there's a thing on that side. How do I get over there?
Well, that creature was able to hop on that ledge. Like, on this rock. This dirt. I saw it walking on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, I guess I could have just gone around.
Relic of Reganar?
We've already gotten those before.
Okay.
Yeah. They just seem odd because we don't get them very often. Oh, got it.
Staff of Arafel. Once part of the Rod of Arafel, the Staff of Arafel engulfs the holder in its true power.
So, am I actually stronger now, or is that just MacGuffin's speech? Oh, so you know how I'm writing the book, like low-key writing after every stream, right?
Yeah.
And how, you know, I'm toying with the idea of like if the sword, the special sword, was like intelligent.
Yes.
And potentially sassy.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of like, he's you know, one of the main characters is talking to like, have we been this way? No.
No.
Lost Arbiter's
Soul
Scroll.
Arbiter's Scroll.
Oh, for the Arbiter's Maze. But you know, they're talking to some NPC effectively, and he's like, wait, he's gonna ask us to get a MacGuffin. Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't say yes.
Because this is supposed to be
You don't need
something
it.
that...
You don't need the MacGuffin. There's other ways to do this. Just run, man. Just like...
Because it has the boundless wisdom of having been held by several heroes
like,
in its day.
Imagine like the amount of PTSD that like Navi, for example, picks up after like an adventure.
I found a piece of the rod.
Be wary. There are things that lurk beyond these barricades that the Hellguard dare not face head-on.
And the remaining rod pieces, do they lie past the barricades?
Yes. Pass through the city, and you will find the next piece beneath the earth, in an old abandoned tunnel.
Where will I find the final fragment?
I do not know. But the rod has a will of its own. Find the second piece, and it may tell me where the last resides.
MacGuffin's speech! It hurts! It hurts so much!
She's like, I know where these pieces are, but we haven't attempted to find them ourselves.
It's a powerful artifact, but we're too busy saving our angel buddies to grab this powerful artifact. Now, it would be cool if the,
Well, she said she didn't want to expend resources on a fool's errand.
No,
but...
it's true. No, it would be cool if getting the Staff of Arafel would, like, buff up the guns so the gun's more ridiculous. Like, that would make this whole segment much more fun if every time you picked up a piece of the Staff of Arafel, you, like, jam it into this gun. And, like... Oh. Okay, so I can knock him back with the, spread shot.
I thought we had already gotten rid of the suffering swarm, unless there's another suffering somewhere.
I'm sure there's so many. Wait, new gun.
What is that?
New gun, Gore Hammer. Fire explosives, detonate.
That's more your speed.
Ah! How many can I fire? The answer is yes.
Oh, there's another suffering. Oh, you're out of ammo?
I gotta wait for it to come back a little bit. Wait, he's he's stuck.
Oh, okay. You just take this through the rest of the game?
Yeah, this is much closer to my gun. You were right. You were right. Warhammer's like the demon gun from the first game. Yup.
It almost looks like it fires superheated bolts of metal that are potentially demonic in nature.
Probably. With the name Gorehammer?
Yeah.
That is not an angel gun.
No.
If I had a guess.
Did it take into account the potential for
Cars,
fuel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, my pretties. Have you met my weird-looking nerf gun? It's a lot deadlier than it looks. Don't let me meet you on the, oh shoot, what was it? What was that dumb zombie game that everybody in college played?
A zombie game?
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a zombie survival game that everybody played. and got way too into, and we're using Nerf guns.
Oh, well that was just humans versus zombies.
Yeah, there we go. Humans versus zombies, you say? Looks like I'm participating anyway. Hopefully nobody here is
I would
playing for
never
fakes.
want to participate in that because...
I tried once, it was miserable.
Well, people were attacking each other as they were attempting to go to class, but that was the nature of the game.
Yeah.
I suppose...
I knew people that tanked their grades that week, and it was not pretty.
Yeah, essentially it was a week-long event where there were a designated number of zombies. Wasn't it only like 5 or 10 people were zombies at the start? And you could have potentially hundreds of participants. But everyone was supposed to equip themselves with Nerf guns, and you had to wear a special bandana to designate that you were a human or a zombie. And so what would happen was, you know, zombies would seek out humans on campus, and humans being the participants that had Nerf guns on them. I think in addition to Nerf guns, you could also have sort of like a sock hacky sack thing that you could throw as like your melee
Socks.
weapon. Just a sock, like a bundled up sock?
It was like a sock thing, yeah.
Okay.
It was something anybody could grab.
Right.
Unfortunately, some of the horror nerds would actually, like, do things to their socks or, like, use bad socks, which was
What
not
socks? Like bloody socks or weird
great. No,
looking
like
socks?
a sock that they had never washed all year. Like, they prepped, like, real gross socks.
They
so
prep gross socks? Oh no. Well, in any case, so over time, I suppose I should explain the mechanics. So, if a zombie is successfully hit with a Nerf bullet, then they have to sit down for a couple of minutes and let the humans pass, whatever. Humans were safe so long as they were within buildings, was it?
Yeah, you had like a 5-foot radius.
Yeah,
around
like,
the entrance
you couldn't
of the
have
building.
zombies camping outside of doorways.
Unfortunately, you would just have the zombies camping outside doorways, but and
20
a bunch
feet
of
off.
humans standing there, kind of shooting at the zombies.
Yeah.
It was
and
bad.
there were special missions, sort of like capture the flag, every night.
Mm-hmm.
And where, you know, the remaining humans maybe they would split up into teams or whatever, and have to storm a specific location and get flags and go back to another safe point or whatever. And of course, as the week progressed, the zombie army would grow because I think all a zombie had to do was tag a human without the human being able to fire on them properly.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if more humans perished from sneak attacks or something. I don't know. But, and I think, what was it? If a zombie tagged enough humans, they could go back to being a human themselves? Do you remember that rule?
Yeah, vaguely.
I think you had to tag 5 or 10 humans in order to become human again if you were a zombie. And then there was this final mission at the very end of everything where all the remaining zombies and all the remaining humans would have this all-out mission, and the ending of this capture the flag mission or whatever would result in a quote-unquote helicopter pickup, which would be like, yay, you survived the zombie apocalypse. So the remaining humans would get sort of a pat on the back, being like, especially if they had never become a zombie the whole week, they'd be like, yes, you survived. Though I think zombies could also get awards or accolades for, you know, slaying the most humans. I think did people have to keep spreadsheets of like who they were tagged by and who they shot down, or like how many... Do you know what I mean? Did they ever keep tabs on that?
Yeah.
Because I thought that they were like awards that specifically went out to people who tagged the most humans or slew the most zombies or survived the most missions.
Whenever you tag a human, effectively if you're a human, you had like a little piece of paper. And if it was whole, you were human. If it But if you got tagged by a zombie, you give that zombie your like lower half of the tag or top half or something like that. And so the zombie with the most amount of tags that they had accrued over the year, over the week would be like, I don't know, not awarded something, but you know, it was like a thing of pride. I think you could actually put it online, like there was a leaderboard.
Right. I specifically remember people entering something into a board.
Unfortunately, I know with our school, there were a lot of, like, rule break situations.
Whoa.
What the shit?
The NOS? It's sending little bats at you? With bombs? They're bomb bats. They're bombastic.
I think it just summons endless stingers. There we go. Oh, does that?
Oh.
Okay. That's kind of rough.
Has a tiny little mouth up there, doesn't it?
It's like a face? It's like a face mouth.
Yeah, and it screeches, and it also has those summoning circles.
Got it. There we go. I know how to do this. You drop boots. And this thing. Ow. Hurt a little. Is that it? Oh, yep.
Oh, the sticks and stones
Yeah,
thing
stone of
for
resistance.
resources.
Yeah, we should probably go turn some of those in at some point. See what we get. I just haven't bothered. Like, it's never really seemed like it's that necessary. It'd be nice, but I'm kind of doing fine.
But yeah, it would have been rough for art students especially. I think
Yeah,
there
it was miserable.
weren't there added rules in later years that
They
prevented
were?
people from
So,
tagging?
there was rules that,
people
like,
with portfolios.
if it was, like, very clear that they weren't participating, or if they had, like, a really heavy bag or something, like, you know, a big art portfolio or something, you couldn't bother with them, but at that point you're just supposed to take off your headband.
But then people could potentially abuse that so they could survive longer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was kind of always the thing. You could just take off your headband and just pretend you weren't playing. Up until, like, the last day.
Didn't our school also have a Harry Potter Quidditch game?
Yeah, well, we had a whole Quidditch team.
There was a Quidditch team. Do
Yeah.
people ride brooms for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd hold it, and I mean, obviously,
and
it was
it
all
plays the way that Quidditch does.
ish.
How do they deal with the snitch? Or
I think.
does
I don't
someone be the
know.
snitch?
I know.
just a
I know.
ball?
Obviously, the rules have to be changed to fit the fact that we can't fly.
Well, you could still have the 2 hoops.
Yeah.
Or however many
3.
hoops? 3 hoops?
There was 3 hoops on each side. Yeah. I recall a person plays the snitch. Huh.
Right. They have to be the fastest person then.
Yeah. I think somebody was playing Left 4 Dead when they made this section. That, like, that foghorn noise. That is...
Well, I think it's supposed to be that suffering creature bellowing.
Probably? I don't know. But still, very much a Left 4 Dead sound effect. Man, why has there not been a Quidditch VR game yet?
Huh.
Because that could be really cool.
Nah, instead they pump money into that weird mobile game that forces you to pay money into it.
I'm always a little bit mad about, you know, crappy movie tie-ins and whatnot. Because, like...
That was the one that a lot of YouTubers were railing against because there was an integral part in order to finish up the first storyline, like your introduction to the game.
Well,
where it's like, your character is trapped by infernal tentacles. You have to pay money in order to get them out. And it was a really horrifying animation,
too. Can't get in here. So, it actually... The reason why it was so notable is that's actually the first point when you run out of energy in the game.
Ah.
Or... I think so. It's like one of the first points if you're not going too fast and like really min-maxing. So it's like I think you get grabbed by the Whomping Willow like early on. I don't remember. I just remember.
So it's the Whomping Willow.
I think
that
it was
has
the Whomping
tentacles.
Willow. That's you see the Whomping. No, maybe it's not because it's like it's strangling you, not whomping you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ah, you've been tortured for pretty much your entire existence after a certain point. I'm here to blow you up. Whee!
I mean, once again, I'm drawing parallels to the Alien movies. Like, knowing that they have some kind of hideous creature gestating inside their stomach. Ew, ew, ew. And I mean, the way that they come out is gruesome too. So, and that would assuredly kill the host.
Man, they really, really just want this to be like a horde shooter. It's odd. I was really excited that we'd be in this like lengthy angel dungeon zone. But like we've given up on platforming for the most part too.
It's interesting. It's almost like, I don't want to say this is a kitchen sink game.
No, this is absolutely a kitchen sink situation.
But it's like they wanted to also make a shooter and were like, hey, well, we can throw in a shooter section.
Yeah.
It'll spice things up.
I'd have to look at exactly what games came out. 2 years before this game came out? Because I bet you can actually I bet you could even figure out which game like really inspired the inclusion of this mechanic. My hand's falling asleep, actually. Okay, the second trial of the Philosopher's Stone is a strangling vine. Okay. Huh. I don't know. But yeah, it always upsets me a little bit that tie-in games are so bad. Because if I remember right, the first 1 or 2 Harry Potter like games on the PS1 were actually really good.
Possible.
Yeah, I think there was a point though where they just wanted to release something as quickly as possible.
Money. It's all money. Like
and
that's
it's all
actually
money.
been
They're relying off of the IP.
Yeah,
to...
that's actually been a huge issue lately. So have you heard about Activision Blizzard's woes, quote unquote?
Which one?
Activision Blizzard.
And their
Blizzard Activision? I don't
woes?
know. So investors have been got
the Eye of Arafel. Once part of the Rod of Arafel, the Eye of Arafel emits an eerie power, providing a vision of what's to come.
We actually nope. It'd be so rad if these were actually helpful.
Got a vision.
Yeah, like how cool would it be if it actually like gave you kind of ghost warnings about where the enemies were coming from or like useful stuff. But no.
I'm assuming it's only when the rod is made whole again that you have all of its associated with powers, you know?
Maybe not. We'll see.
Now, are those corrupted angels or?
No, because we have to talk to her before we go through the
okay,
next
these are the normal angels. All right.
They look like the Corrupted Angels because they use the same model. But,
Well,
they even have kind of the hunched look, but still.
they're tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah,
You have found the second piece. I can feel its power within you.
I can.
The rod wills itself whole. You may be deaf to its cries, but I am not. The final piece lies beyond this barrier, in an area heavily fortified by the shadow.
Destroyer will not be pleased when I restore the Rod of Arafel. The warriors may pay the price.
The White City is lost to us. This broken world will soon be our grave. And yet we must fight on against the darkness, to uphold the light. If your actions hasten our end, so be it.
May you live to see the Destroyer take his last breath. Your ill of the Helguard.
Good luck, Ryder. The final piece is within your grasp.
But yeah, so Activision Blizzard has been losing investors lately because they're not making enough money. Like recently they came out that Destiny 2 isn't making enough money for them. It's making money, it's successful, but it's not making enough.
Investors, man.
Yeah, and
Because beforehand, it used to just be a net profit or net loss.
Well, so
like,
it's because there was no games industry previously. You know, for a while, there were a couple of publishers, and like those you kind of had to worry about
but
pleasing.
you weren't worrying about stock and stuff.
You kind of were, but a lot of the game studios were just a bunch of game developers, no one else. But after a certain point, the game developers hand the reins off to the actual business people. And so that's why we're starting to run into game design as a business thing more than anything else. I should probably save. Yeah, they're giving away free copies of Destiny 2 right now. Without the DLC, because they want you to buy it. I mean, it's smart.
It's kind of like how with Guild Wars, you can technically play it free now, Guild Wars 2. But you have to get the associated expansions if you want.
It's actually a really good idea to hand out the base game like that. It's a little offensive to me that paid full price for the base game for both of us. We don't get anything. But like,
I mean, we get our little birthday rewards every
Guild
single
Wars.
year. Yeah.
I'm talking Destiny here,
you're talking about Destiny,
which is, you know, I don't hate the game, but I just wish Bungie had picked a different publisher.
Uh-oh.
Not another one of these.
Whoa.
Why play Destiny when you can play Warframe? There's a couple of reasons why I'd want to play Destiny. I like Warframe a lot, but I always have been... I like Warframe a lot, but the actual level design is... not as great.
Do you know what Warframe reminds me of sometimes?
But
When I played the Star Wars Lego games, how there were so many characters with different abilities and whatnot, but what I always wanted to do was just make my own character, and you could. So
yeah, we haven't gotten to the build your own Warframe stage. People are guessing it'll be by... So right now you can build your own melee weapon, your own sidearm, and your own pet.
yeah, because I'm just wondering, like, Warframes, they have, what, 4 special abilities?
Yeah, plus 1 passive.
And it's like, what if you
specific
could mix
stats
and match
stuff.
them? And
Then you could get some, like, really broken nonsense. Like, I totally know why they wouldn't do that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't, get that on the, like, 4th or 5th open world section.
well,
There's another one of
suffering
those guys.
again.
Ow.
Ouch.
Yeah, almost
right.
died. I guess I should stay at full health. These guys hit like trucks. Yeah, they're supposed to hit really hard because it's the shooter segment. You're not really supposed to action combat them. but they also take a boatload of damage, which is why I can just heal off of them endlessly. Zombies don't even do that much, ish. Let's see, if I've done the new prologue quest in Warframe, like if you start a new game? No, I haven't. I'll probably pick it up when it comes out on the Switch later this month.
When what comes out on the Switch?
Warframe is getting ported to the Switch, which is actually really cool. I'm not going to do a series on it beyond, like, maybe the first, you know, maybe I'll play, like, 5 hours of it and just be like...
But do you have to start a completely new account, or can you just use the same one?
I really wish... I would pay... I would be so much more interested in Warframe for the Switch if... Maybe I couldn't play with other people, but I could... You know, if I couldn't play with PC, but I could switch my account back and forth between.
Or you just log in depending on whatever system you want to, because you probably still have to log in with Warframe.
Yeah, but no, because they can't keep the games updated at the same pace because they're such a small studio. Comparatively, like, it's too much work.
An awful lot is coming to the Switch then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Nintendo platform that's doing well and can actually support, like, modern games. You know, the Wii was not... You couldn't co-produce everything for the Wii because the Wii was... The
Wii was so subpar graphically compared to Xbox 360 and PlayStation.
Because the Xbox 360 and PlayStation both were at 720p, or even 1080p, I think, for some of them. I want to say Xbox 360 was 720p and PS4 was 1080. I'm not even sure. Oh, they're coming from this way. And so, like, you couldn't, for example, really put, you know, Mass Effect 3 on that. Especially with the wonky control systems, so on and so forth.
Well, yeah, I remember when I got Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
And it was a completely different game.
It's a completely different game to play it on the Wii than the Xbox or the PlayStation one. I actually, if you look at the cutscenes, if you look at... So I think they even cut some parts of the story or changed it or...
Because they had to. You can't...
And then there was... It was like they made a completely separate game.
And, like, kudos to them for... Whoops. Oh. They couldn't do the animation because I was holding the gun. That's weird.
Though they did add a PvP, like, fighter mode for the Wii. I don't know if it was to compensate for something or what, but...
Well, it's because I think they wanted kids to have something that they could, like...
Play with each other.
Yeah.
They had Ayla Sakura and a bunch of other interesting characters on there that I never would have anticipated being included.
And, like, I don't know, it's smart. But yeah, so now we have the Switch, which, like, is definitively underpowered compared to the PS4 or Xbox One.
But I think what they're really going to be pushing for, we were discussing this earlier, was that portability and having it also act as a handheld.
Yeah.
We were thinking maybe the Game Boy would eventually become obsolete. Well, the DS's.
Oh no, I'm betting on it that we're not going to see much of another, like, Game Boy for a while. And even then, if we do run into another Game Boy, it might just be a Switch Mini.
Only so much larger than a DS, extra large at this point.
Because it's
It's a little slow to reload, unfortunately.
Yeah, we pretty much have to wait for time.
And those bats keep trying to bomb you.
Yeah, it's just awkward. It's such a cool looking visual. Back off of you for a second. But yeah, so I'm actually, like, really pleased with the Switch. It's been probably my favorite platform to play on. I like the PS4, but it always felt like there was so much extra bloat on there to some degree, like the main menu and whatnot. I realize that's like a silly thing to make you like be grump at a platform for.
It's kind of funny because I remember being jealous of my friends when I was little because their PlayStation 2s could play DVDs.
That was helpful just because DVD players were rare. But now in the digital age, like, who cares?
Yep.
Like, we have played one Blu-ray on my PS4, and it was the Bamboo Girl movie.
Oh, okay. Like the Kaguya,
Yeah.
the Princess of the Bamboo Miyazaki-ish film. I think it was done by like another side studio that had a lot of animators from Ghibli.
And it was pretty. It was bad. But I just don't like that story in general. Because it doesn't really have a satisfying ending. It's just kind of like, well, and she leaves.
Oh, hey, there's the staff. Or the rod, I should say.
Right.
The Rod of Arafel. Now fully restored to its true power, the Rod of Arafel will grant the holder with immeasurable power.
So,
True
immeasurable,
power.
you say.
Power.
How much more power am I experiencing right now? None? Not surprised.
Well, you're not wielding it.
How's Okami going? It ain't. We'll probably play it for Shell's birthday. Maybe Christmas.
We have to finish up a bunch of other games first.
I mean, sort of, yeah. We've got to finish this. We've got to finish Diablo 3. I don't know if we're going to go back to Crashlands. If
Probably
we do,
not.
it'll probably just be me. And even then, like, eh. It was fun, but it's like...
I didn't like the story, and...
It didn't have enough variety for me.
No.
The game looked like it was going to be way longer than the quality of the game.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
There's a...
Like, oh, right,
resource.
this is the thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, up there.
With the whole Nathaniel situation. Oh, Angel? What?
No,
Oh.
something else.
Oh.
Something special.
Why is that there?
Their claws.
Weird.
The Fists of El Hazar. One of a handful of exceptional warriors from the Kingdom of Men, El Hazar fought his way through many levels of the Crucible bearing these weapons. The left gauntlet is known as El Hazar's Glare, for it is a carven with an eye to mark his first victory in the arena over the raging Cyclops. The right gauntlet is named El Hazar's Might, for it bears runes that simmer with raw power. Shimmer, sorry. Need to get that out of the way. Okay. Together, the Fists of El Hazar grant their wielder many benefits. Enemies are staggered by hammer blows, their bodies devastated by the increasingly severe hits to critical areas.
Hey. Do we have a new weapon? Maybe.
My Kleenex box was... Well, some Kleenex was in the way of the dialogue. Like, no. Be gone. Well, it
Actually,
wasn't
no,
dialogue,
sounded
it was...
good. I really don't like the level system in this game.
These were... Was this a hotel, an apartment?
Let's see. Don't quit D3 the instant you finish the main story. The expansion has 3 interesting game-changing sets for each character. Max level, you should get at least one.
Oh, to the left.
Wait. Oh, yep. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle Diablo 3. I almost feel like I am going to quit the Switch version after I finish the main story and then just play it again on the PC so I can actually have the PC version. Because then I'd actually be able to play with you guys. Oh.
Hey!
He's fine. Look at him. He's good. See? Look
Hey,
at this man. He can hold
stop that.
so many explosives.
Up there on the left. What?
Lord of Arafel has been made whole.
I am tempted to ask that you wield that weapon and turn the tide of this war. But I fear the Destroyer would capture it again and turn it to his dark purpose. No, better that you remove it from this world and into the safekeeping of the White Army. We will make our stand here until the Hellguard is no more.
I would stand with you, Uriel. But my brother's fate takes me on another path.
You have proven yourself honorable, a virtue little known with your kind. But if I ever see him, war must answer for his crimes.
He could not have brought this upon the earth, and I will see my brother spared.
Do what you will, Ryder. But this world is lost, and that cannot be undone.
And what of the Hellguard, Uriel? Every blade dulls, eventually.
That's what I'm counting on. The demons will suffer all the more when we force the blade home.